The topics of this podcast you're about to listen to includes cosplayers that will not just discuss said topic, but also make fun of, throw shade, run game at, etc., at anyone remotely connected to the topic at hand. So there is a possibility of being offended. Remember, you have been warned. Thank you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Black Cosplayers Podcast, episode number 26. I am one of your hosts of this show, Ron Mel, or some of you may know me as DJ Ron Mess, or that motherfucker over there in the street. But we're going to talk about something a little bit different tonight. And before we begin, I'd like to introduce the rest of my team with me, because they're going to be bringing the pain tonight.
Let's introduce our guest, our former president, EMP Obama. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, EMP Obama. I'm a competitive fighting game player. I mainly play Ultimate Marvel VS CAPCOM 3. I've been playing a lot of Under Night recently, and I also like Cross Tekken and Dengeki.
Thank you, President. His name is Obama, but he's Asian. But that's a different story. My name is Akundorf. Also,
for another time.
My name is Akundorf. I'm also a fighting game player, but I mostly play DMC and Bayonetta, aka action games. Also, I do cosplays of said characters. Next to the line up, whoever wants to go.
Guess I'll just jump in.
Yeah. Right. Just don't fight each other too badly.
You go, girl.
Who's my name on it? Oh, Mocha Bunny. Yep.
That it? That's all?
Well, you guys introduce yourself, homegirl.
Oh, we doing real introductions. Okay. Alright, my name is Mocha Bunny. I'm an introvert. I like cosplaying and playing video games and trolling.
Yo, this is an introduction. This is not Tinder.
Long walks on the beach ass nigga. I'll go next. Hi, people. I made it this time. Hey, it's Muffin Man. I sell baked goods. That's it.
Lord Jesus, Lord.
That's it.
I guess I'm the last one. Am I the last one?
I guess looks that way, homegirl. I guess
I'm nerdy. I'm a cosplayer, a professional cosplay model, as well as an alternative model. I game off and on. That's pretty much my life. But apparently, I've known some people that I didn't know I knew for so long.
It's a small motherfucking cosplay world.
Life is already dramatically better than mine.
Shit.
Players already. I don't even cosplay myself.
Well, he knows about the community, though.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is worse, the HGC or the cosplay community.
I mean, I see a lot more drama from cosplay. That's for sure. A lot of FCC drama is like fun drama, but like cosplay drama gets real. Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's like, nigga, what is wrong with you? You know? I'm just waiting for the day that there is a cos fight where they're talking about snatching somebody's wig off right there in front of everybody.
Like, I don't know how you could get like this much animosity over just playing dress up, essentially.
Man,
sometimes you gotta do it. I love animosity.
Oh, we got one more guest coming in. We got ATO Batman too.
Shit, it's getting big up in here, man. Shit.
Oh, we got Tekken in here. We go get a Tekken player.
I heard Tekken. Oh, that's cool.
No, this man's an OG Tekken player. He's with Pork Chopping Crew, so you might hear some real shit.
Oh yeah. I saw Pork Chop at Summer Jam. I played a 1-3 with him.
Did he make his trademark noises?
No, he wasn't making any noises because I bodied him.
Okay, why? Yeah. So,
should we start on today's topic?
sure enough. Now, we've talked about various things on this show, and we've kind of touched on certain things and said we're going to come back to it. We're going to come back to one of those right now. What we're going to talk about is pretty much criticism and sensitivity. Now, I'm on a lot of Facebook cosplay groups, and I don't pay them as much attention as I should because my attention goes towards what I do for a living to pay the bills. But here and there, I do pop in. A lot of them are people submitting their cosplay photos to people in the group asking for their opinions. Like, do you like this? Do you like that? And this is coming from cosplayers and photographers. I've seen some people say some really nice stuff. I've seen some people say some ass kissing shit, and I've seen some people be real about it. But when you kind of go outside of that and you realize that people are sharing your photos on different pages and groups and websites, shit can get kind of hard. I mean, yeah, you get kind of happy that your photos ended up on Reddit, but when people are just saying how bad your cosplay is or how bad the photo is, you take that shit to heart.
Now, or how much they just want you to take your clothes off.
See, you gotta be a little bit more respectable. I mean, if I'm gonna tell Nerdy to take her clothes off, you best believe I'm gonna have a bottle of wine right here and a cigar. I mean, you gotta be a little classy about it. Just saying. Am I right?
Okay.
Yo.
What's going on? You guys remember that? You guys remember that video with that? I think it was like a PSA or something where like there's like an old guy saying, "Take your damn clothes off." That's always what I hear in my head.
Great, googly moogly. So, what we're going to talk about tonight is dealing with that criticism, dealing with the censor, and how to deal with it. And I'll admit, it ain't easy taking people's criticism, which is why I don't really put my stuff out there for people to critique unless I ask for it. Yeah, my pictures have ended up on CGL and other places, and hearing what people say, that shit hurts. And this is coming from somebody who spent 18 years in the projects, ducking and dodging bullets and drug dealers and crackheads and shit on a regular basis. Meanwhile, five words strung together make me want to crawl up into a ball and just cry my eyes out. Eventually, a lot of that shit doesn't bother me. Gone through the military. I mean, if I can get yelled at by 3 people staring right at me and I can focus on somewhere else and they're saying some real fucked up shit and I'm just still standing at the position of attention, I think I can handle most shit at what people are telling me. But still, it can be kind of rough when you find out some of the criticism are coming from people that you know, people that you thought were your friends, and you just gotta learn how to deal with it. And sometimes
that's a right.
And I just
that's a right.
Say what?
That's a right app.
Oh shit, he's here.
Oh god. Don't get me fucking started on that shit.
Oh, mess with that app, man.
I got it on the sole purpose of picking out.
That Sarah app is just Form Spring and Ask Me 2.0. That's all that shit is.
Wait, got our last guest here. ATL Batman.
Yo, whose TV's on in the background?
Batman's. He's not even talking.
Yo, someone need to turn that TV down. Yo, who is that?
I don't know, cause I'm playing Overwatch, but it ain't my TV. He didn't have a hotel room. I can hear it.
I think that's ATL Batman.
He's a racist. You better be watching the Avengers of Batman. Hello.
Is he there?
Yo, Bess, are you there? Is Cyber playing with the TV?
I think he's trying to mute himself.
Hold on, let me see something real quick. Now, how does it sound? Yeah, that was him.
Hello, Batman.
What's up, everybody?
So, want to get update. We're talking about sensitive people in the FTC and cosplay community. So, I saw your post earlier today in the Fighting Gamers X group. You want to talk about that?
Which post exactly? You talked the one about the whole Marvel. You talked about the one about the how they how Capcom is shitly marketing their games, or the one when that I took the article that Game Informer magazine and
the one where people like try to defend Capcom for bad marketing and can't accept criticism.
Well, I basically have sat up here and gave this good thought, and I think, well, I call it Crapcom. Crapcom has exactly have pretty much got their fans and the get out mixed up. Like Capcom is literally hypnotizing these niggas and hitting the T. These motherfuckers is like agreeing with everything that they say, no matter what it is. It's stupid. Like the fans are so blinded. Like their loyalty to Capcom is so blinded to the point that they are scared to admit that that company is really shitting on them and don't give a fuck, and it only wants their money. Because if you look at how Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is produced as a game, you can tell that they don't give a fuck. Because look at the fucking roster, for Christ's sake. It's pretty much everybody from fucking 3. It's everybody from 3. It's a whole new game. They didn't even change. They barely changed anybody's character design in the game to make it look like, oh, okay, it's a different game. No, it's literally they copy paste the motherfucking game. And if you even played it, I'm pretty sure everybody played the demo that came out a couple months ago.
No.
And the demo pretty much plays exactly like 3, but without assist characters. And I was just like, this game is gonna fucking flop. I'm sorry.
It's just like, it's really odd because like it's definitely not a Marvel 4, right? But like, it's kind of like Infinite 1, not Marvel 4. But at the same time, they got like the same kind of like moves from like Marvel 3, but with half the moveset watered down and the input shortened, and just like some of the properties are still there. Like I know, like in the recent demo, right? Like Bionic Arm is still invincible, which is good. I'm glad they have that still, because like that needs to be invincible.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of that fucking move. Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
like lots of kind of like moves are like cut down like that. Like he can't like he doesn't have as many hits as he used to. Dante, like he has to press like buttons again to like do special moves. Like the shot loop that he has, like it's not like intuitive like in 3, where like he has special moves, but you can like do more special moves by tapping the button, right? Now with him, it's like he and then he taps another button to like the bowl cancel, but like you don't have the same like nuances as like the bowl canceling Marvel 3. But like, in Infinite, where shot loops, you have to input emotion again. Like that's stuff like that is like really odd about this game. I mean, like yeah, it's a new game and everything, but a new game, like I don't see like why not just like make a new fucking game? You know what I'm saying?
That's the prime example I've been trying to get to these motherfuckers. But it's like talking to a Capcom. It's like talking to a Capcom fan. It's literally like talking to a goddamn wall. I feel like.
Well, that could be said about a lot of other people too. So, because I
understand that.
Yeah.
All the reason why I tell everybody this, I can give you every single dumbass example why each company has ever made a game, and I can give you the bad thing about the game, or why the reason why the people hate it so much, or why it's having shitty marketing. The only reason why I target Capcom so much because they the ones that's literally, obviously, they're showing you that they don't give a fuck. Well, people are still so blinded by the fact that they don't give a fuck anymore, and they don't want to care what nobody got to say. I think the only thing that these motherfuckers cared about is the way these niggas looking at fucking how these characters look. I mean, what they do. I mean, yeah, they look ugly, so they fixed that, but they're not gonna fix everything else that needs to be wrong for that game. I don't see them like they changing looks.
Yeah, it's saying that happened with DMC reboot. Because people like, this game has more features than just how daunting it looks. The gameplay is hard down. There's not enough advanced mechanics, whatnot. But people are like, oh, it's just the character look. I understand, like, you people don't play DMC. You don't know what people are actually complaining about. It's the same thing with Marvel.
It's funny that you brought up
First says
DMC,
something,
right?
and it's just like, y'all try to, like, make it something else.
It's DMC, right?
Yeah.
Like, guys are talking about this that are local, and like, if it was Marvel characters, yeah, if it didn't have Marvel characters, nobody would complain. And the reason why that is because since you're bringing Marvel characters into it, you're saying that this is a installment in Marvel vs. Capcom, right? This is supposed to be MVC, right? And then like
Mm-hmm.
you do a lot of things to it that kind of like purposely takes away like what makes what it is, and then like you want to call it a Marvel game. If this is a Capcom fighting game or some shit like that, like a reboot of that shit, and like you Capcom characters, first of all, Marvel like Gamora.
Now, now let me break now I understand. I understand clearly what you're saying. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna sit up here and give you each bad example of why all these companies. I'm gonna give you the companies that I'm more familiar with. I'm gonna tell you about Capcom. I'm gonna tell you about NRS. I'll tell you about Namco. I'm gonna tell you each reasons why those companies are so, or why the companies are where they are, and the reason why a lot of people have so much negativity towards these companies. I'm gonna start off with NRS just because it's the easiest one. NRS gets so much heat because of the fact that the company does something that every other company doesn't do. No, it does something that companies do, but they do it the exactly wrong way. They actually listen to the fans. They listen to their fans. They listen to the people that play the game. They actually care about the folks in the game. But the only problem with NRS is they don't know how to fix it. If you get what I'm saying. Like they don't know how to actually make a game correctly so you won't have people always complaining about it or bitching about it. Like to the point that they don't have a good steady based fundamentally type video game because all their video games are so easily picked up that you can't really like do what you're supposed to do in the game. That's why people hate NRS games so much because of the fact that the fundamental of that game is so goddamn brain dead that anybody can pick it up and be good at it. That's the reason why most of those people that's why people shit on NRS players because they say NRS players can't play they can't play other games. Like when you see an NRS player try to play Tekken, try to play Street Fighter, try to play even Smash, or even try to play fucking Soul Calibur, they get bodied badly. And, it is funny it's funny seeing that because I'm just like I'm like that shows me in the FCC that y'all are trash. You know what I'm saying? But when you got games like Namco, for instance, Namco literally loves their fans. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They love their fans, even despite the fact that people hate Tekken 7 because of the fact that of the lack of content in it, of the sense of characters, and people want certain characters to be back in the game. But this another thing I like about Harada. Harada, when Tekken Tag Tournament 2 came out, this man was like, I'm gonna give y'all everything that y'all want. People kept wanting this character that ain't gone back. I told everybody, you're not gonna get that character back because he was a fucking guest character for Tekken 3. He was Tekken 7. People can bitch about guest characters so much, but this motherfucker was a guest character in a Tekken 3, a PlayStation 1 game. People bitch about guest characters in 2017, and this motherfucker been in us since 1996. So, and the funny thing about that is, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is a prime example because of the fact that he literally added all the characters back from Tekken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There was not one person he missed. He even put the freaking clone characters from different outfits in Tekken. And when he did that, the game sold. But the messed up part was everything was free. He had free DLC characters, and the game still sold tremendously good with free. I repeat, free DLC characters and free stages and free outfits. Everything was free. The only thing you had to pay for is to play online. but everything else was free, and the game sold tremendously good. But these games now, you can't do that. They have to make a profit off of DLC. They can't make profits off of just selling the game by itself because it will flop badly.
It's not even that. It's also the fact that how much money that they invested into the game. We're at the point where video games have a budget of like most A-rated movies that we see in theaters that we go see and we're like, man, that movie wasn't shit. So they got to do it on the back end.
Exactly.
And the worst part is you got people that defend DLC. It's like the same way these cosplayers. It's like these people make these awful costumes, but people defend it because the person's what you can't say anything about the costume because that's be hating on their race. It's like you missed the main point.
That's not going to
Exactly.
Like.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's not even mentioning how people nowadays want to since they're not gonna go out and buy a game right away. They're gonna until they go to sale or get a copy from a friend or something or even pirate it. And so they want to cut out things that they want to put in the game so they can sell it back to people.
That is true. And I was just about to talk about this again. The funny thing about that though, when John Cena did, I'm sorry, I'm watching wrestling right now.
I got it muted, so I feel you.
No, but when another thing I like about Namco is check this out. Namco, people hate Tekken 7 because of fact people hate Tekken 7 for one thing. I'll say two things. It's two things. To me, I love Tekken 7. I love the game. If y'all see me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. I talk about the game all the time. I post my videos up. I love that fucking game. But the thing that casual players hate so much is the fact that the game has lack of content of play modes. And I'm like, what modes do you want? These fools say they want team battle mode back. They want survival mode back. I was like, I don't know why, because the modes is fucking useless. But okay, whatever. If you want that, you can. If you want that, you can have it. They wanna be able to do arcade ladders. I don't know why people still care about ladders in fucking this day and age of fighting games. To me, I don't give a fuck about that. But like I said, it's for casual players. So I can understand why they would be mad about that. I can understand why they would be mad about that.
When you said that people were mad about the game, I just thought you were talking about people who actually play the game because I've heard some players talk PS4 how that lags more and
No. That's another reason too. Like I was going to get to that. I was just naming the casual stuff first, and I was going to get to the competitive thing about the tech and people hate about it and stuff. Yeah. And I also do agree with that too. I think they lag. I think Tekken was so focused on trying to make a good game that they didn't pay attention to the lag mechanic of the game.
But the lag mechanic might be within the game of the networking code itself. I mean, KOF had an issue with that until they patched that out.
See, that's still not good. That's what Street Fighter 5 did too, because they made it laggy because they wanted to make it closer online or something.
Now, because here it is. Now, this is why people say Xbox Live has it better because Microsoft, it's not because of the fact that Microsoft runs those servers. They maintain those servers and make sure everything is on an even playing field. When it comes to PlayStation Network, if it's a Sony game, you're on the Sony servers. Now, for Street Fighter, whatever, you're going over
innate lag.
Say what?
We're not talking about. We're talking about innate in-game lag.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you're playing online, right?
No, offline.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because PS4, it might be a problem with PS4 actually, because PS4 is kind of shit for fighting games, honestly, because for anime games, because a lot of the games coming out, Street Fighter 5, it started off with 8 frames, then they had to bop it down to 6.5, which still isn't good. Marvel Infinite's gonna be 6.5. Injustice 2, I think they patched to 5.5, but
probably 430. Probably 430.
Yeah, because Tekken 7, I think has 8 frames, right? Am I mistaken?
I heard recently. I did hear recently, the last patch they came out for Tekken, they actually fixed the 8 frame lag. Now they actually fixed that. It was
that's good.
Yeah, they fixed it. That's another thing I'm about to say about Tekken also. The Tekken community, the Harada, he loves his fans so much that when he spot bullshit in the game, he's going to take it out immediately. He's not going to keep it in for months of time, then wait for like another couple months, and then wait for the patch to come out. He's going to make a whole new game, call it a whole new title, and just change that shit. He's not going to do that. He wants his game to be perfectly fine. He does this in every single Tekken. In Tekken Tag 2, Quinn Mitsu had an infinite, and Ogre had an infinite. He took that shit out like 2 weeks after the game came out. He was like, nah, not happening.
They found that Liza had like infinite meter or some shit like that, but he had to take that out real quick.
Yeah, they did. They took that out. I actually play with her. She's actually one of my main characters. And
yeah, the thing is like criticism.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like Tekken actually. No, what you say, Jonathan?
Yeah, that's the main problem we have with Capcom fanboys. Just like, there's problems with the games where you guys are not speaking out against it, and it's just like, you can speak out against your company. You want your game to do well. When people made fun, people are probably not doing it just because the game has like legitimate issues. Send it to Marvel, but they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is though, Jonathan, it ain't people like me that's bitching about it. Capcom likes that broke shit. If you ever played Capcom games competitively back in like Super Street Fighter 2 days, Capcom games have always had bullshit in it. The point is, people just now speaking up on it, but nobody want to hear it. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about every single Capcom game that ever came out. Them shits always had bullshit in it. Always. You can't even name a Capcom game without even having a fucking Infinite in it back in the day.
Even the non-fighting games have BS.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, and that's what upsets people now, because the fact that you got people like me who are actually smart enough is going to expose the shit and going to tell people about themselves like, bro, you're stupid. You support this game, and their favorite comeback is, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. I'm like, I like fighting games, so that's why I'm going to buy it. It's a fighting game. That's
same with the cosplay. It's just like, you got people who want to do cosplay, but they want to accept criticism. Because the first thing they want to do is like, the first thing they want to do is like, oh, you just saying it because I'm black, or I'm Asian, or Mexican.
We're not saying it because of that. We're saying it because it's kind of true,
It's like, if your costume like you bought from Party C, of course people gonna make fun of your costume. You're out here saying, like, well, my costume's amazing. And it's like, you just bought that costume from Party C and didn't really add no detail to it.
Hey, while you playing, when I was going to cosplay, I was going to cosplay as Pain. I was going to get the Renegon eyes and everything. And I was be like, yeah, I didn't make it, but I bought that. I bought the whole set on the internet for $100.
That's fine. That's fine. You buy your cosplay. We're just talking about, like, people, like, go buy the cheapest outfits possible. They get mad when people don't want to take the picture. Or when they say, oh, you can improve your costume a little bit.
I mean, yeah, see, that's just like how it is at FGC with people. And that's another thing I was going to get to, is the fact that, like, Tekken heads, I can say that Tekken heads, they accept criticism. They always have. If you tell a Tekken cat about their game, 9 times out of 10, they're going to look at you like you're stupid and keep it moving. They're going to sit like, the thing about it is, the things that people bitch about in Tekken are the things that people bitch about in other fighting games. But the thing about it is, when you bitch about it in Tekken, you can actually deal with it. There's ways to deal with it. You just don't know how to deal with it.
See, but
you get
just like Virtual Fire as well.
See, but now let's talk about something slightly different of the criticism. But what if you watching your boy playing, and you noticing he's slipping up here and there? You trying to give him that criticism, and he thinks he's the best fighter,
Well, I think that's just his ego. When it gets to that point, that's just ego.
See that's the problem that we're having nowadays. Like, let me tell you a quick story. Let me tell you a quick story. I invited a quote unquote friend over to hang out, and I asked him if he wanted to see my photos from CAPCOM. He was like, sure. Now this is my first time using a DSLR. I kind of had an idea what I was doing, but I'm taking pictures. I thought the pictures were good. He is sitting here pointing out the issues and the inconsistencies in the photos and this and that. And I'm just like, motherfucker, I just asked you to take a look. I didn't ask you to criticize them because I wouldn't ask you in the first place. So,
exactly.
You
know what? I'm not even going to, you guys, what's funny about that, guys? I'm not even going to, I'm like that when it comes to food. Like, I'm really good at cooking. That's like a skill I just found out I had. back in 2013. I found out I'm really good at cooking stuff, like making Italian foods and stuff. I didn't even know I can do that. I found out recently I was really good at it. So I was okay, cool. But like for instance, I'm really good at making fancy pizzas, New York style fancy pizzas. That's like my specialty. I know how to toss the dough up in the air. I know how to, stretch it out correctly, make it look perfectly fine when you get it.
You said
pick it up
You said New York
fold it.
style, right? All right,
Say what?
I'm gonna need to try
Yeah,
some of your
New York style.
I need to try some of your New York style and see if it's up to standards. Just saying.
Okay then. You know what? I'll you know what? I wouldn't mind it. I will not mind it. I will not mind it. And the thing about it is, I work at a pizza place, so I learned all this working at a New York style pizza place. I think y'all heard of it called Sabaro.
Sabaros ain't shit. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, nigga, no.
I'm sorry.
No. That's like saying you learn how to make pizza at Papa John's or Domino's. Have a seat, my dude. Have a seat.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
it's all good.
I have another.
But
I'm working at another pizza place now. It's called literally Pizza Place, and like the guy that runs it, he's Italian. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
But you know what?
He's from New York and all that.
But you know what? It's all good because you gotta start somewhere. So.
Exactly. So when I'm making pizzas, I've gotten to the point now in my life that when I make a pizza, like for instance, when I see Supreme pizzas at other places, I look at it and be like, this is a piece of shit. What the fuck is this? Like Little Caesars, for instance. I went to Little Caesars one time, and my brother-in-law brought us a Supreme pizza. We took it home. When I got it, it looked like they just cooked the cheese and dough and sauce, and then they just threw the toppings on there without even being cooked. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not a pizza. This is not even a Supreme pizza. What the hell is this? So I was really pissed about it. And then they got mad at me and was like, Britton, why you upset? I'm like, this ain't no damn Supreme pizza. It's like they just got lazy and said, fuck it, we just gotta throw the toppings on it. That's what they did.
Okay. We have taken up a lot of the talking about this. We need to let the ladies speak because I think they kind of tired of hearing us running our mouths. I ain't trying to get yelled at. I'm just saying. So.
No, it's cool. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Sorry.
I think we need to. I think we let Nerdy and Mocha Bunny talk about dealing with criticism in the community and dealing with that shit. So, ladies.
As we just said here.
I haven't.
I don't even know how to start it.
Wait, I got one. Movie, can you talk about how your friend at final round got mad at the cosplay contest?
Oh yeah.
The ultimate symbol of criticism.
I guess it kind of falls under it. So, final round of this year, because she was cosplaying as the same character last year, Ari. But she didn't make her Ari cosplay. She bought the costume, made with the tails. The tails actually came out decent. So, final round of this year, we are lined up for the cosplay contest. I already knew I was gonna win. These three individuals won. I know who they are. It was the Mortal Kombat crew. The person that got first place was a Kodokan cosplay. It was really good.
Oh, that guy.
They had he had the skin and everything with it. It was legit.
I know you're talking about too. Mario.
Yep.
I know Mario's gonna be there. Mario never miss a damn cosplay at fucking final round.
You know Mario, right? Pre-gamers, their crew.
For me?
No, me and Brent know that crew.
I think it's like Jetta, Mario, and some dude named Jacob, and so it's all like talking about them, right? You talking about them dudes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know them. Yeah, them dudes cool.
Yeah. So when they announced the winner, she says that's bull crap, and I looked to her. I was thinking to myself how I was at bull crap. She said the same thing last year. Another friend of ours, she told her she was around her when she said it at the time, and she was complaining how she didn't win anything because I guess she thought her cosplay was the best one up there. And yeah, I was like, well, first of all, I didn't want to tell her this, but I was like, first of all, these guys that went on stage actually put work into the cosplays, even though I think one of them was kind of plain. They were judging them based off of their stage performance too, and by them being from the same series, it actually kind of helped. I was looking at her, I was like, your cosplay isn't bad, but it's something that's really common, and you bought it. And the only thing you really worked on are the tails, and to me, it seems like she felt like she was entitled to win either second or third as compared to everyone else that made their costumes that honestly looked a lot better than hers because I guess she feels as though she deserves an award for making the tails, at least.
Oh, wow.
See,
That
as
shit sound worse.
somebody, I I judge. I judge at masquerades. Whenever I'm a guest at a convention, that's usually what the guest does. People that do that, that buy their costume and then believe that they need everything handed to them, it shows what they don't know what goes on. Like, they don't know what a judge is judging on, and we're judging on craftsmanship. If you just made your tails, yeah, we're gonna give you a good grade on that, but we're not gonna, you're gonna get a 0 on costume, and then the tails would be considered like prop, and you'd get maybe, depending if they were amazing looking, yeah, you can get, a 50 on that, but you've got 100 points to give out. I'm not gonna give you all of 100 points just for making your fucking tails. Like, you could be the best person in the world with those tails, but that's not gonna get you a participation award. Like, I don't understand.
I'm
And
like, at least try it, I suppose.
I've ran into people that get angry if they don't get, a participation award on something.
That's what I believe. Whenever there's a cosplay contest going on, even if I buy my costume, I don't enter because I know I didn't make it. Even when I do make my own cosplays, I still don't enter.
Yeah, it's basically not worth it.
I just don't want
Yeah,
to
that's what kills me about people nowadays in cosplay. It's just like, even you buy your costume, you at least put some effort into it. Like, you guys already know it's Battle Clown, the Joker cosplay I showed you guys, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the Joker cosplay I showed you, guy who went all out with the makeup and stuff.
The
Here's
Joker.
the thing, yeah, man, I'm gonna put the Instagram Discord. You guys seen before, but I'll give you a reminder.
Like, I'm okay with people buying their costume. Do you think I sew my spandex shit? Hell no. I ain't gonna sew no spandex Harley Quinn outfit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna purchase that. But I'm not gonna claim it. I'm not gonna probably go into, unless it's like performance, like a performance piece, then I might enter a masquerade. But I'm not gonna enter it, go, yep, I made all this. Or enter it and be judged be judged on the costume, because I don't feel that's my place to be judged.
Yeah.
But
True.
I don't know, like, why people would like give somebody a hard time for buying stuff too, because like, yeah, like that shit takes a lot of work to make. It's more practical just to buy a lot of shit.
You know what it is? It's that high
yeah,
expectation.
Joker.
It's, you see somebody who sat there and made it, and it looks amazing, and then someone goes and buys it, and you're like, oh, you bought yours? You ain't shit. It's sort of like the difference between somebody playing a game from start to finish as somebody who did the same thing, but they used cheat codes along the way.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like my boy, I just posted in the Discord chat. Here's the thing, he bought his Joker outfit, but his makeup and such, he actually bought prosthetics and actual makeup, making himself look like the Joker, both in facial structure and makeup. So he spent total like $500 on the costume, but most of it went to like makeup and prosthetics because that's his main thing. That's his job. He works with prosthetics and makeup.
See, like something like that, because he probably, it looks like he also like weathered the outfit.
Yeah, he did.
I've seen some Joker outfits bought, and they're like pristine. If you're gonna weather it, you're gonna get points from me on that because that shows how much work you want to put into it.
Yeah, because this man lives down the street from me. I asked him like one day where I meet him like walking to the bus stop. I was like, "How much did you spend on the truck outfit?" He was like, $500 because had to buy the outfit, had to wear it, had to buy the prosthetics for the face, in the wig, contacts, and the makeup and scarring gel. So a lot of stuff went to the trucker cosplay.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. I know there's a lot of people on Facebook, especially when you see someone who did doing the same cosplay they're doing and they do it better than them, they immediately give up. They're just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. This person gonna do it better than me. I'm not gonna do it. I was like, so you just go give up on a cosplay, or even the FGC, like they see someone else playing a game better than them, they just go give up. Oh, this person's better than me. I can't do it anymore.
Oh, this guy's in my pools. Oh, I'm done. Like, come on.
Actually, that actually happened to me once. That Beast Boy cosplay I was talking about. I was not prepared, and then I saw somebody that was way more prepared. And I was like, man, it was a good attempt. Let me fall back.
Well, I always tell people like, fam, when it comes to cosplaying, it's just time management. That's it. Time management and planning. Well, all you know your time is not coming to a year from now. You got more than a year to like plan your costume, plan what props and materials you need to make your costume. That's it.
I
Even
feel
buying
like
costumes.
I feel like if I were to cosplay, I wouldn't I would just like get something cheap just out of irony. So like if somebody were to talk bad about my cosplay, it'd be like, well, no shit, that's the whole point.
I mean, people have talked about mine, and it's like the one thing I just laugh about the fact that why you I get criticized for bringing practically the same costumes at every convention. I'm like, well, unlike you, I got bills to pay. I got my own place. I want to make sure that my rent and my utilities, everything is paid. Then I will handle myself at a convention. And besides, I only do 3 or 4 a year. Different people, different conventions, same cosplays. What's the big fucking deal?
It's the same thing with the HGC. You got a lot of new people into the scene. They don't know what they're doing. Brian can tell you about this, about new blood in communities. These people think, oh, I'm going to the convention. I have to bring 3 or 4 cosplays at every convention. And it's just like, no, you don't know how to do that. Some of the best cosplayers, guess what? They only do one character or variations of that character, and they keep improving their cosplay. Same thing with fighting game players. Some of the best ones, guess what? They play one game, but at the same time they will play other games, to increase their skill. They like try other games out, and that's the main problem we have the Capcom community. Just like y'all sit here and complain about Capcom games, all the stupid stuff in it, but you want to try out anything else, branch out, learn some new skills.
Like real talk, like a lot of Capcom guys, especially like old fuckers, right? They're like so like petrified of like starting over again. Like actually, like I was talking in my Marvel chat group, right? Like on Facebook, and that one player, he's a decently well known player. He places pretty high. He can get top 16 and everything. Like he leveled up pretty quickly. Like for 1 year, like he just kind of leveled up like so fast. And also like he went to more majors than I did, so like he got to a good point. And then like with Marvel, but I remember how he was like when he was like trying to get good with Marvel 3. And then like I still like see him now. He gets like super frustrated when he doesn't do well. He's like one of those people who feels like he should be better than what he is now, and he feels like he thinks that he is. He's not even like super fucking he's not like super fucking braggy about it too, but like you can kind of gives off a demeanor like he feels like he's better than he actually is. And so when Marvel Infinite is around the corner and he's trying to play that game, all of a sudden he comes up in a chat saying he's all like petrified about starting over again, and like oh, I feel like I'm gonna be really bad in this game. And it's just like it I see a lot of Capcom players like they're so scared of like not being able to like perform well or keep up with the next game. And to me it's just like, well, first of all, like your skills are gonna transfer over no matter what. And secondly, like maybe the game won't even like be something to your liking anyway. So even if let's say like you were playing Ultra for like 8 years, you played 1 year at SF5, you didn't like it. Who gives a fuck? Just keep playing Ultra. But like Capcom people, they're just like, no, I want to play the next game. I need to get good at the next game. Like, why do you need to? Like,
Yeah, why are you forcing yourself to play something you don't like?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because my friend Malcolm, like, here's in Georgia, we have a fighting game meet up like every Friday at Georgia Tech. So the guys there wants to play anime fighters like Under Night, Guilty Gear, wherever. So
Yeah.
I started going out there, and me and my boy Jonathan Holder, we go out there and play Brush of Fire up there because we're like,
Yeah.
hey, we play Brush of Fire, we're gonna bring us up there. If you're cool with it, just bring yourself in your TV wherever. So my friend Malcolm tried to get people on our Discord group that we talking about lately, um, up to Georgia Tech, and one of the guys in the group was just like, "Oh, I'm not sure I want to go up there because I'll be the only one playing Street Fighter. And the other guys play Smash and Puyo, so they had no reason to go up there. And just like, just bring your setup and just learn and meet new people and try some new games out." And um, one excuse they used was that, "Oh, I don't mind learning new games, but I don't want to do it with strangers." I just hearing like, you guys play Smash with strangers,
Yeah,
so
that's
what's
pretty
stopping you from
original or
learning new
something
games?
like that too. It's always a new experience when you play with new people. Even if you're trying to get better, you're not gonna get better playing the same people.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like you see her saying, "Oh, I don't want to try new games with new people," but you play Smash, no problem with new people. So what's the difference?
I can't tell you how many people I've met where like they say they want to get better at a game, but then they never fucking come out. And then like I've even had some people tell me, "Oh, I can't go to Xanadu, I'm gonna get bodied." And like, yeah, that's the whole fucking point. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, what's the worst that's yeah, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, oh, you get beat up in a fucking video game. So fucking what? Like, you know, that's how it is for me. Like, why do people feel like they need to be exempt from that? I don't understand. I don't really understand this whole instant gratification
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's why my friend Malcolm was
It kind
pissed
of falls
because he
under
was
the
just like,
entitlement generation.
yeah, it's just like that's why my friend Malcolm was pissed like last Friday. Okay, something legit happened where they couldn't make it. At the same time, he was just like, "So why don't you guys want to come to Tech?" But well, it's just mostly anime players and anime and Tech and Brush right now. We don't play those games. Just like so, it's not. It's just like it's not a tournament. It's just a meetup. You meet new people in your local FGC scene. You get to know people, and two, you might can try out new games and get to learn them. And you want to play Street Fighter and Smash, then just bring a setup. Some people there will play Street Fighter with you. But again, people don't want to like branch out and try to learn new things. Same with cosplaying, just like, "Oh, I don't have no cosplay friends. I don't have people in the community." Just like you go to a convention and stick in your own little corner and don't want to socialize.
That's me.
I mean, I get that because some people have anxiety, and I get that.
Yeah, I understand
Yeah,
that, but
but
it's
then you
like,
got those who just won't do it, period, and they just come up with some bullshit excuse.
yeah, don't serious. It's like here's my thing about it. It depends how you carry yourself. He's saying, "Oh, I don't have no cosplay friends wherever. Can't, I can't have no cosplay friends. How do people meet new people?" And it's just like, and we actually make every excuse in the book why you don't have some. So I don't want to hear that. If you just say like it's like legit insider issues or you're not really social, that's fine. But just don't sit here and say, "Oh, I can't make new friends."
There's a very like huge correlation of like people like I mean like this has been like hammered down already, but from other topics. But yeah, like millennials, right? Like a lot of like people who were born like in the 90s, like they seem to have grown up in a way where like they're expected a lot of things to come to them, right? Like participation awards. I can't meet new people. I need to have people come to me. Like
Yeah,
like
I see
I
that
don't
in
want
the
to go.
FGC.
I don't want to go out and get better at these things, like fighting games, whatever, yada yada yada. I want to get good right now. Like like this
Yeah,
whole
just
kind of like mentality that like that's all common on like a lot of like people now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just that's what I mean. The FGC and cosplay community, just like you got a lot of these new people. They don't know what they're talking about, but they want to dictate.
Uh-huh.
Sorry guys, I just came back. Sorry I wasn't talking. My son, he had woke up out his sleep and he was like screaming or something. So I
It's
just
all
had to
good,
take
man.
care
Come
of
on.
it quick.
First off, give Muffin Man a round of applause for being a real father. You know, come on, because there's a lot of black dads don't do shit out there. You know.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man.
An oxymoron? Oh wow.
I actually got 2 kids. I got a son, and one of my cosplays is probably gonna be if I'm gonna wait till he get a little bit older. I was gonna do Naruto, and I'm gonna have her as Boruto, and I don't know how to say his daughter's name. That shit's long as fuck, but yeah, I don't know how to say Naruto's daughter's name. I'm like, you can have that shit, but yeah, my son is Boruto, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll just get the Seven Hokage goddamn jacket on and call it a day, and get him the headband. Only difference is he's not gonna be an asshole towards me. That's the only.
At least that one doesn't come with a weapon.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would step out of line.
My 5-year-old, he chooses costumes and they have to have a weapon. And if I'm matching him, I get hit with it, I get beat with it, and I'm like, no, you can't do this anymore.
Oh my god, man! I'm gonna tell y'all a story about my daughter. My kids are okay. I didn't mean to change the subject, but one day I think my daughter was at least happened like 2 years ago. My daughter, she about to be 7 next week, I think. And this happened 2 years ago, and she was 5. She was at the playground chilling. I get a call from the daycare. They telling me, "Can you come to the schoolhouse? Cause your daughter, then she got into a little altercation with a child." So I was like, okay, cool. I go down to the schoolhouse. I'm talking to the people. I'm like, so my daughter's sitting there. I'm like, what's going on? The teacher literally said, "Hi, how you doing today, Mr. Long? I was letting you call and let you know that your daughter was outside playing with the boy, and he was just standing over him, and he was crying, and she was standing over him." And I was like, what did she do exactly? So they was like, well, from the story she told us, she said the boy kept messing with her, so she grabbed him by the head and went straight to the ground. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, my daughter done RKO this boy. So I was like, oh my god. And I was like, and so I took her home. I looked at her. I was like, Camille, did you RKO that boy? She was like, yeah, daddy, he kept messing with me. That's why I told her to leave me alone. I was like, you can't be doing that, okay? I'm glad you stuck up for yourself. I'm glad. Next time, tell the teacher. If the teacher don't say nothing, then you RKO his ass. You hear me?
See, that's something wrong because my niece went through something similar. My sister was telling me, there was a kid that just kept messing with her, and my niece just mollywopped him, and she gets called in. Now, the principal and the teachers are trying to blame my niece for all of this, and my sister's like, this kid started all of this, and you're coming after my child for defending herself? Oh
yeah, they'll go after the one that defends. They go after the one that defends, and they're the ones that gets in trouble. It's ridiculous.
Happens to me all the time.
That's crazy. That is crazy. It's amazing out here.
So I'm glad you're back. Can you talk about the new age people in the FGC? People try to say what's going on. The man wants to defend Capcom.
I think now the new age people in fighting game community FGC now, I think they've put what's the word I'm looking for? They've gotten lazy. Like they don't understand the struggle that us old school players had to go through being good at video games. I think these kids nowadays, they're so privileged to get better at games, but they choose to just whine about it to these companies just so they can get patches. Like back then, we ain't had no fucking patch. If you was trash at the game, you was just trash at the game. You had to get better.
Here's the thing. Now, for you to get better, there was a good possibility that game wasn't hitting the console anytime soon, and Mama Dukes wasn't giving you $70 to get the game for your console. So what did you do? You saved your quarters up, and you went to the arcade, and you whooped ass, and you took those ass whoopings, and you learned. Whereas nowadays, these kids have Xbox Live. They can just log on anytime and play and rage quit whenever they feel like it.
Yeah,
You
they
wasn't gonna,
DC that shit. Like oh you killed my character, pop, DC.
you can't rage quit in the arcade. You mean to tell me you're gonna get so mad someone's whooping your ass, you're gonna walk away from the game and you put 50 cents in? You're gonna get you're gonna fight and get your 50 cents worth because you don't know after that ass whooping that guy's gonna be you can be like yo good game and like give you some tips and shit, you know.
Exactly.
People,
That's
people do that now though. Like like local venues, like they're essentially arcades that you pay for one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, like one week, right? I was like playing on Tuesday. I was playing like Guilty Gear or something, right? Like it's like $5 to get into that venue, and this kid like he comes to me and he's asked me to play Marvel with him, and I'm just like, oh okay, we'll play. And he's like, I want to show you some stuff that I got, So we're playing, you know. Needless to say, I buy the shit out of this kid, and then like he gets up, and then like a couple of minutes later, like I walk out to get some food. I come back, and he and my other friend are gone. And my friend like messaged me saying, "Hey, I'm sorry about my friend," And I'm just like, what did he do? We were having fun. We were fine. And he's like, well, he came to me and he looked all depressed and he said he wanted to go. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that I ran this kid out or some shit? Like, why? Because I beat him in a fucking video game? Like, he fucking paid people pay $5-10 sometimes for a monthly or a venue, and then they'll be like, yeah, this shit sucks. I'm not having fun, and then they'll just leave.
That happened at HOA for me.
To me, that's childish. That's childish to me because I feel like somebody told me the best thing. I mean, you got like I said, you got your casual players, you have your competitive players. My only problem is I have with casual players. I hate those type of people who try to come at the competitive players about how the game is only trash because you're only sitting up here doing the same thing. I'm like, no, you're trash because you're getting hit by the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the game is designed. The game is not designed for a player to be one-sided. It's designed to people to think and how to not. And it's designed to think and play chess. It's not just designed for you to go in there, press buttons, or do a move because it looks cool, or you want to be able to do this. No, it's a reason why the move is the way it is. You got to understand why you're doing the move. So when I beat you and you send me hate mail talking about I'm garbage because all I did was juggle your ass all day, I'm like, well, you shouldn't have kept getting hit by launchers. This dude literally broke it down to me and was like, well, you can't really say that, Britton, because at the end of the day, how are we supposed to know when to attack and when not to attack? I'm like, that's when you go in practice mode and learn to do it. Do it at. That's how you learn how to do all of that. You don't sit up here and like people do not understand the purpose of practice mode. People think practice mode is there for you to learn how to do combos. It is there for that, but it's also there for you to learn how to play the game. That's why they have these certain modes called versus the computer, or put the computer on repeat of a stream. So when the computer keep doing it, recording, so when you playing somebody, they doing this shit on you, you can find ways to get around it. So when you play somebody for real, you know how to beat it the next time.
Yeah, also.
It has this type of stuff. It has this stuff in the game. Like these video games have these stuff in the game to help people get better at. People are just so damn lazy now that they want to. They rather look at footage of the game instead of actually learning how to do it their damn self. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I feel like you will get a better practice by practicing it yourself instead of looking at someone do it. Like you look at how they did it, then you go and practice more than practice how they did it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Yeah, you know what kills me? Because it's like games like Guilty Gear or Brush of Fire, that in-game tutorials that teach you like how to find specific mashups, what to do with certain characters. Like Brush of Fire 4, a game that came out in 2003, teaches you about throw sets with certain characters or what moves are safe, whatnot.
Under Night has a really good tutorial too. It's got like mission modes where like it tells you like what normals to use for each character. Like it
people don't use it.
Trials, yeah.
Yeah, because people don't want to use it. I had one conversation with one dude. He was like, "Oh, I'm not used to games having tutorials like that, or developers putting that at work." I was like, "Damn, you play Smash. That game's not designed to be competitive. Of course, it's not gonna have that."
It just really amazes me how people think that these games are it's just amazing to me how people think games nowadays are so easy to pick up and easy to play that anybody can pick them up now. It's like fighting games now are not hard no more. Even Tekken, for instance, Tekken is not even that hard to play no more. Like if you've been playing Tekken for years, like I have competitively, it doesn't feel hard no more like it used to when you first started playing it. Like now, it's so easy to play now because of the fact that because I got all my years of experience, and the certain things that they tone down in the game, it makes the game easy to play now. That's why a lot of people that's actually skilled at Tekken get upset about Tekken 7 because of all these changes they've done to the game. They say it
Make it
doesn't feel
easier.
like Tekken originally no more. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that anymore. I'm not even talking about because of the rage art or because of the rage drive or because of the armor moves because we don't give a fuck about all of that because that shit can get baited out and you can die. Like that shit can get baited out so badly it's not even funny.
Yeah, like I've been like so like disappointed in like the fighting game community and like the Marvel community in general too because it's just like when I talk to them about like my concerns about like Marvel Infinite like being like easier to execute and like they do talk about how they purposely trying to close the skill gap and I fucking hate when they do that because like it's just like when you do that you make it you're first of all you're making it easier for the better players anyway so you're not really doing anything you just like kind of like letting the new players get to a point that the top players were like towards the end of the game but faster and I think that like cuts a lot of exploration down and a lot of like thinking down, like a lot of practice.
Yeah,
They want to cut down the practice. Like now games, a lot of newer games, like the Capcom games in general, right? Like newer games after what post SF5, right? Like
yeah,
they're not hard to lab in anymore. You don't spend a whole lot of lab time in them. Like with like games like Marvel 3, even like Ultra, right? Like I spent a lot. I didn't spend a lot of time labbing in Ultra because that game was boring to lab. But like in Marvel 3, like it was fun as shit to laugh for me. It was like the most fun I've had in a fighting game. To laugh shit out in that
exactly.
game and see what I can do. And I'm worried that's gonna be cut down. But it seems like a lot of people, even like it's not even just casual players. That's what's worrisome to me. Like it's like veteran players now they're saying, "Hey, it's a good thing that they're making it easier. It's a good thing that we don't have to spend so much time in a lab." I don't understand where this thought suddenly came from. Like
Yeah, good
not
news,
even
boy.
again, not even in casual players, in like fucking veteran players now are saying this shit.
Like
And,
Justin Wong saying that shit. Justin Wong is saying it. Fucking,
Okay,
he has
Brad.
a point because I've heard a lot of people say that shit, and that's another reason why Capcom would not listen to people no more because these stupid ass top players are the main ones sitting up here trying to tell everybody that don't listen to nobody hating on the games. The game is good. You just gotta play it. There's nothing wrong with the game. I'm like, dude, this game is completely shit, and you know it is. But you don't
yeah,
want to. You like I say, I tell everybody this. The only reason why and I repeat, the only reason why Street Fighter Five is even relevant to this day, and that game should be dead now because it's so fucking trash. But the only
yeah,
reason why that shit is relevant because Capcom is sitting up here throwing money, putting these pop prizes in these tournaments. If it wasn't for that, nobody would be playing Street Fighter Five. I guarantee you, nobody would play that bullshit. And the only
nobody's
Okay,
and,
playing
first.
that
and
right
I
now
said this,
here. Like that game is dead in my local scene. That game is fucking dead around here.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, everybody's all on the Tekken now.
Yo, Brad,
Exactly.
check it.
See,
You know
and
what's funny?
what's
Here's
up?
what happened, right? Okay, here's one about DNC. Okay, when DNC the reboot came out, everybody, because DNC has a huge scene. I told you guys about it, crazy game scene. People make combo videos with DNC, find stuff in the games, whatnot.
Yeah.
When the reboot came out, everybody trashed that game. Everybody made fun of it because Capcom in their PR, they're saying, "Oh, you guys just hate on the game just to hate on it because we changed the hair color, whatnot." So here's what happened. Everyone in the DNC community is like, "No, we're not gonna buy this game. We're gonna pirate this game. We just go buy it used and whatnot." So that's what happened. The game didn't sell well. It sold worse than DNC 4. Then 2012 comes. They released DNC Definitive Edition. You know what happened? They fixed all the problems everybody was talking about and all the stuff that people wanted. So people in the SGC were like, "Oh, well, that's because they try to appeal to your crybabies, whatnot." People just Everyone in the DNC community was just like, no, this is what happens when you actually complain and make it known that the game is garbage. That's it.
Exactly, and that's exactly what fans need to do. Fans need to boycott the bullshit. Like I get good as that. Look at what they did with For Honor. Remember that bullshit that happened when For Honor first came out, and the fucking whole all the fans boycotted the fuck out of For Honor, and they had no choice but to make that game good. You get what I'm saying? Like that shit was a prime example right there. Even this new patch they got coming out, because Ubisoft knew they was about to lose some money with the shit, because the way they hyped that game up, and that shit was a big disaster when it came out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a prime example right there. I don't understand why Capcom players don't do that. Like Capcom have the potential of making good fighting games, but the fucking community don't want good fighting games. They want this broken
They don't
shit.
want to speak
They
out.
want cheap shit. Yeah.
They want to speak out because it's like I say on Facebook. Fans of other Capcom series, the non-fighting games or fighting franchises, they actually speak out against problems and stuff. Resident Evil.
Problem with like MVCI and like
nobody really wants to talk first, I guess.
Yeah, because Resident Evil community, one of the games had issues. They speak out. Capcom fix it. Monster Hunter, they speak out against issues. They're like, no, this should be changed. They remove X, Y, Z and whatnot. They fixed it. DMC, all I just said, they fixed it. Matter of fact, when they re-released DMC 4 Special Edition, that game's so bad than the reboot and the definitive edition of the reboot, and Capcom finally realized, oh, people want the original DMC back, so now you hear all these words about Capcom trying to make a DMC 5, and the voice actors were like, yeah, we're working on a new DMC game, the original. So that's a power
Exactly.
Yeah, the DMC community is like, yeah, we're going to speak out, this is the game we want.
I think it's harder for fighting games, though, because, like, I feel like, in fighting games, like, when people, when they listen, like NRS, although, like, as an aside, right, the last patch that NRS did, they actually got it right that time. Like, they actually, like, listened to how they listened to too many people, and so, like, they actually made a good patch. But back to Capcom, right? Like, I'm afraid that, like, they're gonna listen to all the wrong people. Like, they've already been doing that, making Infinite, because, like, they make Infinite with, like, all these mechanics, like perfect push blocking and like, no kills on chip damage, stuff, little things like that. Like, it feels like, they're trying to fix a lot of non-issues that, like, scrubs like to complain about in Marvel 3, right? So I actually feel like in Infinite, it might be listening to the wrong people.
Yeah, same way.
And that's what companies need to stop doing. That's what companies need to stop doing. They just need listening to the wrong people. They need to listen to this. How I think companies should look at stuff. When they look at like, for instance, I used to be a manager at a fast food. I used to be a manager at, like, working at fast food. When we look how we make our business better, you have to make your business better by satisfying your customers. So when you go on the internet and y'all see the feedback that the customers give you, you look at the percentage of how the good is and the bad. If you see more good than bad, you don't change anything. That means everything is going okay. But if you see more negative than positive, that means you need to make a change to get your people back again, to get customers back again. I think video game companies need to start doing that. I think they need to literally, when they see feedback of what somebody's saying about their shit, they need to literally go in the studio, go down, sit down, have a business meeting, talk about it, and like, what do we need to do to make this game better again? That's what they need to do.
It doesn't make any sense for them not to do that now.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I'm pretty sure they do it, but I feel like they're not doing it. Like they're not caring enough to make it better. That's the reason why I said Harada specifically said with Tekken 7, he said that he was going to put DLC characters in the game, but here go the trick. He said you can get the season pass, but the season pass is only going to include a game mode, Tekken Ball, and 2 more guest characters. We already got released with Geese Howard. Geese Howard is going to be the next guest character. He said there's going to be 1 more guest character. After that, he said he's releasing the old school characters, and they're going to be free. You don't have to pay for them. He said this, and I'm like, that's how you run a business right there. I would literally pay for guest characters. I would pay for guest because they don't, they're guest characters. Like they don't fit in the game. But he's like, I'm not gonna sit up here and charge people characters that they've been playing with for years. Why would I charge you to do that? I'm like, Street Fighter, they sit up here charging you characters that's been in their games for years. Gal, Balrog, fucking like you can might as well say Jury and Europe. Cause hell, Jury been up for 8. She's been in Street Fighter for like what 8 or 6 years now, and Yuri he been in us since 3rd straight. So why would I want to get up like Like that's what and
Why
Alex
would I
like.
pay for a character that was in the last game?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Back in the community.
Yeah, same thing with Marvel Infinite. It's just like, when I look at Marvel Infinite, it's just like the roster consists of mostly like returning characters, and you have characters like Black Panther, the Monster Hunter, Venom in the story mode, but they're not playable. Even the main villain, Sigma Ultron, Sigma is not a playable character. Why is he DLC? And you got people that defend this saying, "Whoa, it's fine. They're trying to get the money on the new characters." Like that's not right. No. The main draw of Marvel vs. Capcom is that people want to play as their favorite Capcom characters. What's new about new Marvel vs. Capcom games? People want to play as new characters. I understand like Capcom has a huge library of characters that people been wanting for Marvel games. Neo from Devil May Cry, Jin from Godhand, the Monster Hunter from
Yeah,
Marvel side Black Panther.
here's the thing about the characters, right? Like the thing about like the initial roster with like all the characters, I'm like, okay, so here's my thing, right? I actually like those characters, but I know that people want to see like new characters, and I feel like if they really want to sell this game to like new players and old players or casual players, and like like they want to like like get like some hype for it going. They want to push out. They should want to push out like those new characters that people want to see, and the people like the familiar characters. Like it would actually be been better for them in this game. Like if they like got like some of the familiar characters like Ghost Rider or like Spencer. Some of those characters that not everybody wants, but maybe certain people want, right? Like for example, I love Spencer. I think he's one of my favorite characters in any fighting game. I don't even main the character. So if I wanted him in Infinite, I would definitely buy him. I would rather have like Black Panther already out the gate, try him out, and like buy later if I want to get it. If they're gonna do DLC, at least give me something like that. At least.
And that's what made me mad about Marvel, and that's the main reason. People were saying that Black Panther wasn't a people were saying that Black Panther wasn't a popular character in the Marvel universe. I was like, if you are a Marvel fan and you grew up with comics, you will understand why people were pissed. The main reason why people went to go see Civil War was because of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Did nobody give a damn about everything else in that movie? People knew who Black Panther was before Civil War came out. So when they found out he was actually going to be in a fucking movie, that's why everybody got happy for it. He been a popular character. So how the hell are you going to say he just now got his shine because people see Civil War? I'm like, no, he been had his shine. So for him not to be in a goddamn game, black people been wanting Black Panther in a fighting game for fucking years. That's the main reason why when they made this Marvel Ultimate game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and they had all these fucking characters in this game, people wanted all types of characters in Marvel Ultimate Alliance too. That's why when the first one came out, the roster was really slim. Man, people was kind of upset about that. But they put people that they knew people were gonna like. But when they came out with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, they topped the nail. They put damn near everybody from Marvel in that game, and people liked that game because of that, because they heard the fan of the feedback. And that's what I'm trying to say with Marvel. I'm like, bro, listen, y'all did the same bullshit when y'all did Marvel 3. Matter of fact, Marvel 3 was such a bad game, y'all had to release the second version of the game the same year the first one came out. The fucking first one came out. So when Ultimate came out, y'all sit up there and put Ghost Rider in the game. He had a movie that came out the next year. Why he wasn't a fucking DLC character? You get what I'm saying? He had an upcoming movie coming out right after that game came out. He wasn't a DLC character. You had fucking who else? You had Rocket Raccoon. He was in the game, but he had a movie coming out the very next year. Why he wasn't a DLC character? That's the main reason why everybody's coming at me. They saying because he got a movie coming out, that's why they got to make him a DLC character. I'm like, that is a dumb excuse to put him as a DLC character. People like funny? Black Panther. People like Black Panther. They want to see him on the main roster.
That thing about the SGC, well, Capcom side especially, it's just like Capcom SGC doesn't know anything about Capcom or Capcom franchises or anything about Marvel. Like I seen people complain about Rocket Raccoon, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, because they thought he's gonna be a Cable clone. I was like, fam, he's a comic book character. Because these fools think Marvel just went to the '90s cartoon series. That's it.
Okay,
like,
exactly.
I think people complain about Brojo when he got announced for Ultimate. Because everybody thought he was gonna be a Dante. I was just like, damn, he actually played DMC 3 or watched a few cutscenes. He's completely different from Dante. This man doesn't even use guns. He only has 3 weapons.
Guns, yeah.
Because man, here's the thing.
a lot of people in the DNC community bought Marvel 3 because Dante was in it, and that reboot was coming out. You were just like, well, I don't want to play as Dante. I might as well just get Marvel vs. Capcom. Because that reboot looking all kinds of trash. And that's
Pretty much, yeah.
That's the thing about the Capcom FCC. They don't realize people buy Marvel because they can play as their favorite Capcom characters. Just because you don't play other Capcom games doesn't mean everybody else doesn't.
Like the other sad thing about that is like when Comic Fiend said that stuff about like functions and fact just being a function, like, oh, nobody cares about X-Men. I would like want to believe that the Marvel community would make a bigger outcry on that, and some of them did, but a lot of them were also like on his side. Some of them came out saying they didn't care either, and that's what makes me sad too. Like, it's not like we can talk about all day about how Capcom is fucking up, right? But some of these people, like, they also enable that shit. You know what I mean? We were talking earlier how, like, when people speak up, like, Capcom can fix their shit, But when they don't, when people are just okay with it, when they think, oh, you know what, they're right about no assist, they're right about, 2v2, oh, they're right about nobody cares about X-Men, like, that's what pisses me off the most.
You know what kills me the most? When people say they don't like Marvel, period, but they go pick up Infinite. I'm just like, so what makes Infinite so special about it that you want to pick up Marvel now? You could just pick up Marvel 3. Not only is it a visually appealing game, but you probably have more fun in 3 than Infinite.
Only thing that really made me mad about the shit is this dude. I told everybody I was mad how Capcom pretty much said fuck their fans and how they was marketing things. This one dude was like, I understand Capcom did some shady practices, but they had no choice. I'm like, how do you hell you? Wait a minute, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me you guys are okay with these niggas making shady choices just to get y'all money? Y'all are okay with this? Like, you're blatantly just saying that. Oh, so if anybody walk up on you and be like, hey bro, let me get $2 off you. I'm gonna try to scam you. I'm like, for what? Oh, I need to get on the bus real quick. Oh, matter of fact, now I'll get a better example. That's like a homeless person walking up to you, and he's a druggie, and he's a drug addict. He want to buy some weed, but he's walking to you and saying, oh, let me get $5 off of you. He'd be like, and you be like, for what? Oh, I need to go get me something to eat real quick. He get your $5, he go buy a sack of weed. He not doing what he said he was gonna do with your money. He just did some shady shit to get money out of you. That's pretty much what Capcom doing to y'all. That's pretty much what they're doing.
It's like disappointing to me when I see like people like that I've known over the years playing Marvel and like playing fighting games who are just eating this shit up. Like I've seen people, they're all like hype and giddy about it, and I'm just like, oh my god, I pray like for everybody's sake that like the game will at least turn out decent, because like then I'm gonna see a lot of hearts break. Like, and like I had mine broken with like Street Fighter 5. Like I played that and then I was like, yeah, this game sucks ass. Like I can't believe I spent even $45 on this. Like it was awful. Like it really jaded the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, speaking of scam, the thing where people defend certain cosplayers too, like Momokun. I'm just hearing like, this girl is scamming y'all for money. She doesn't spend a whole lot on her cosplays like she's supposed to, but y'all would defend her because, oh, she's I positive, but she photoshops of pictures. I'm just like, so y'all just defend just to defend.
People just want her naked.
Some people just
I ain't gonna lie, I want her naked too, but look, you gotta understand something. I'm a black guy, she a thick white girl. It's in our motherfucking DNA.
I have no choice but to support them.
Yo, Spring Elite
there are better ways to spend your money than on her. Alright? I can give you a website full of some thick white girls, some thick black girls, some thick Asian girls.
Nerdy. Nerdy, I'm gonna say something. Don't kick my ass over this. Please. I understand what you do. I respect your hustle. I will throw money at you, but what makes you think I throw money at the shit that she puts out, okay? I know motherfuckers, okay? They save my ass. They save me my $5 and $10, okay? That $5 and $10 is weed money, not Momokun's spank bank money. That's weed money. That's going something towards a better value of enlightenment.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, like there's
man,
more than enough
that's
evidence
funny.
on the internet that Moon doesn't spend her Patreon money on her cosplays. She spends on everything else, including partying, liposuction, weed, drugs. I understand, like you guys are supporting her, thinking she's gonna do her cosplays. Knowing good and well, she's not spending on her cosplays.
And I got my own girl to do her cosplay, so I'm good.
I understand, like, y'all guys can't accept that your favorite cosplay is not that perfect. That's what kills me in the cosplay community. Just like y'all sitting in the safe bubble, thinking, "Oh, everything's okay." Like the POC group, I'm sitting here like y'all sitting here like glorifying these cosplayers just because they're black. That's it.
That's the only reason.
It doesn't matter if they're a drug dealer, they do some shady stuff. Oh, he's good. He's black. He does so and so cosplay.
I think that's venturing into a whole other subject for a whole other podcast.
I know. I think we need to save that shit. So.
Yeah.
No, that's
It's like
no,
these people make an awful cosplay, but y'all defend because he did an awesome job. He's black. Yes, Millen. I was like, no, that's a crappy cosplay. That ain't good.
trash.
And it's just
Yeah,
like,
that shit is trash. I'm going to Popeyes.
Trash, boy.
I understand, like, so you go sit and defend, but you still getting mad because someone criticizes cosplay and like constructive criticism, but you go shut him down because, well, you shouldn't criticize. He's black. It's hard out there for black cosplayers. I just like, fam, you got people like Not Mage, Vaughn,
Infomercial, you selling it.
people that actually put work in the cosplays and get recognized. That's because y'all made some crappy costume and don't get recognized as me, everybody else is. It's the same with the Capcom community, just like, well, we don't need tutorial mode because Capcom does it. They don't need tutorial modes. They sell well. I was like, no, that's not how it works. Last time I checked, Street Fighter 5 didn't sell well at all. That game sold below expectations. It's like Brian said, they went for the price, but that game would be dead right now.
Exactly. If it wasn't for the pot wins, Capcom would be dead right now. Like
Yeah,
simple as that.
Really.
People get mad at me because I say that. I'm like, it's true. Like Street Fighter 5. Look, I don't get it wrong, y'all. I'm not saying I tell everybody this. I'm not being a Capcom hater. I grew up playing Capcom. What makes me mad is I've gotten to an age in my life that I'm starting to see shit, and I feel like I'm getting screwed over now. That's all it is. I feel like I'm getting screwed over, and I'm trying to make a point. Yeah, and I'm trying to make a point to tell everybody, like, I actually liked the Street Fighter 5 when it first came out, but I was pissed later on. I still don't think the game is balanced. I still don't think the game is even worth playing anymore. Like, I understand the fact they took out focus system. They took out the fact that everybody can punish people correctly when it comes to doing something unsafe. I appreciate them, but it took y'all too damn long to do that. That's what's pissing me off.
You know, like,
The only thing that's keeping Capcom alive right now is Monster Hunter. I'm saying, like, that's the only game that is keeping Capcom alive because Monster Hunter makes money for Capcom. Like, last time I heard, Street Fighter 5 was made with Monster Hunter money and Sony money. They used the money from Monster Hunter to, like, make Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
That's what kills me about Marvel too. I just like, so you gonna make the Monster Hunter character a character that people want since Marvel 3 a DLC character, but Monster Hunter plays a role in the story mode.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you saw the new Marvel vs. CAPCOM trailer, the story trailer, where everybody's finding that symbiote. I thought the one of the leakers on NeoGaf, they said the monster in that trailer is a Monster Hunter, is a monster from Monster Hunter. These with the symbiote on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I understand, like, so Monster Hunter plays a huge role in story mode, but it's not playable. But the Hunter is not playable in the base roster. And that's one of the biggest selling franchises. That's stupid.
The part I heard is they said Venom is supposed to be in the game. They said Venom's supposed to be in the game, and he a DLC character. I'm just like, I'm done with these motherfuckers.
I was like, so you got the symbiote in the story mode, but then it's not playable. And he's the main factor in the story mode.
And that's what I try to tell everybody. This is pissing me off. I will see if you want to bring in characters that don't nobody care about. But people are talking about, well, Batman, you gotta understand, this is Marvel vs. Capcom's first time doing a story mode for a fighting game. I'm like, look, I can care less if they wasn't doing one. All I'm saying is, if you want to bring people to play this game, you should have just put you should have just put characters in the goddamn you should bring characters that nobody are expecting. Everybody that y'all have brung since we see this game has been characters we already seen from fucking 3. That's why nobody's hype about this bullshit. I mean, y'all brought Jeddah. Y'all brought Jeddah and that one bitch from Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, y'all brought them in the game. Like, nobody hype about her. She look like a fake ass Deadpool. Like she fight like a fake ass Deadpool, and he. What the hell that is?
Well, you know what's funny? She actually used to use a lot of animation from Deadpool. She used animations from Taskmaster and Deadpool.
She's a Frankenstein character.
Exactly. I'm just like, I'm done with these motherfuckers, man.
The other thing that kills me about the game is that, like, you know, all these problems, right? And, like, you know, on top of that, like, I have issues with, like, you know, its presentation. It doesn't, like, look and feel like a Marvel game. Yeah, they touched up a little bit, but it's still kind of like, it's funny to me about, like, you know, when they touched up a bit, right? Like Chun-Li's face, Dante's face, like they kind of make them look closer to like their more anime style kind of form, but it's kind of in a begrudging kind of way. Like they don't really want to do that, but they're kind of forced to, so they kind of they get why like
funny, I don't care what nobody say.
I don't really get why like, you know, anime like is a aesthetic that like, you know, people have hung up on. Like I guess like, you know, they want to go with a realistic look. It doesn't make the characters look like they're from their own games. Those things. Marvel 3, like the models were like crisp and like unique, and like everybody like popped out like, you know, color wise, and everybody looked like they were from their own games, right? On the Capcom side, here it kind of just feels and like on top of that, the sounds are all off. Like, you know, the music bad,
the voice acting is wrong and whatnot.
And I talk about all these problems. I talk about all these problems, right, to like all the Marvel players, right, and everything. Everything like all the responses I get are just like, "That's true," but the gameplay is good, and I'm just like,
"Come on!" Funny is that? You know what's funny is that? You know it's sad when Smash Bros does a better job of portraying characters than Marvel vs. Capcom. That is pretty sad.
That is pretty sad, actually.
Yeah, because think about it. I'm sitting there like, okay, it was Smash Bros. Putting a Bayonetta, a character from a Rated M game, into a Rated E game, well, Rated E10 up game, and they portray her accurately to her games. Yet Marvel vs. Capcom couldn't do the same with Dante. I was like, this is messed up. What kind of timeline I'm in?
Hey, but I'm probably gonna have to get up out of here, y'all.
We ran past a tangent. We derailed about a good 45 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Damn, well.
Yeah. We're still on topic, though. We're talking about criticism and such.
But the thing is, you're criticizing too much about the companies itself as opposed to the people who play and stuff like that. That's what we were kind of trying to go towards.
Yeah, so we're going to get the balance also, you know, just post all our messages of this topic.
I'm just going to leave it as is because I'm not gonna sit here and just edit shit out because there was some good stuff in here, you know. So.
Where do you want to
okay. I mean,
but I think we're at that point where we need to wrap it up because we're about to hit the 90-minute mark. So.
All right, that's cool then. You know, like I said, like if y'all want to do it again, I don't mind talking. Yeah, you know, because like there's more stuff I wanted to say about it, and I was trying to get because I was trying to stay on the topic about it. And stuff, because I know a lot about the majority of the FGC shit, like deep in the cover with it. So yeah, next time just hit me up. I'll probably give you some more intel.
Yeah, Sam, I got DC just now.
It's all good. It's all good. So we're gonna get up on out of here. If you like the show, like us on Facebook, YouTube, Black Cosplayers Podcast, Black Cosplayers Podcast at Outlook.com. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Guten Tag.